Hello! Today I'd like to show you my modified Harbor Freight Tools parts washer. I like to be able to clean up parts as I work on projects, but I lacked an efficient method for some time. This is where my research led me to the famous Harbor Freight Tools parts washer. The basic skeleton is there, and for less than $100 it was a hard deal to beat. Even so, I believe it needed some improvements, as most of the budget tools usually do. This parts washer uses a 2-bucket sump to separate the heavy sludge and solids from the liquids. The way this is accomplished is by returning the drain from the upper compartment to the lower 5-gallon bucket through a hole in the bottom of the upper 5-gallon bucket. Smaller holes are drilled in the bottom of the upper 5-gallon bucket to allow liquid parts washer fluid to percolate up into the upper bucket where the pump is suspended. This keeps the pump separated from the heaviest sludge and solids that tend to settle in the lower bucket. Also, a spin-on fuel filter is incorporated into the pressure side of the pump that delivers washer fluid to the washer wand. This filters the outgoing washer fluid, giving you an overall cleaner solution to wash with. I'm very happy with how this project turned out. I've used it quite a bit. There are many variations to this concept on various forums throughout the internet, but I adapted the concept to fit my needs the best. My future plans are to explore methods of heating the washer solution to further increase the effectiveness of the parts washer in cleaning up old dirty parts. Let's have a look. This is the 2-bucket sump that I was referring to earlier in the description. You can see this upper bucket that does have the holes that allows the washer fluid to percolate up from the lower bucket into the upper bucket where the pump is suspended. The larger hole drilled on the bottom side here in the picture in the window is to allow the drain tube that drains from the upper washer cabinet to extend through the bottom of this upper bucket down into the lower bucket, which you see is unaltered. This is how it sits. This is the parts washer solution pump that comes with the parts washer originally. I did adapt it and put a barbed hose fitting. You can see the outlet here. Pressure outlet extends up through the lid of the top of the bucket, comes around, enters a spin-on fuel filter base, exits the fuel filter base, travels up into my cover. You can see I closed the larger hole where the original pump assembly sits. Comes to the inside of the washer cabinet, and finally out the wand. Now let's take a look at the path of the drain. The drain starts here in the top of the washer cabinet, extends underneath the cabinet into a nipple, which goes into a small drain valve, down through the bottom of the lid, and straight down below the cabinet. And the vinyl drain tube does fit inside this larger diameter hole here in the top. See, once again, we're in the top of the 2 5-gallon buckets. That way, the heavy solids and the dirtiest of wash solution drains straight down into the bottom bucket where it tends to collect, settles, and then the mostly liquid wash solution percolates up through these holes here and up into this second bucket, upper bucket, where the pump is suspended. Here's another view that shows the drain, the path of the drain through the top of the bucket. This is the pressure line leading up to the filter. There's the drain extending down through the vinyl hose, travels down through the hole, and here's our pump suspended in the upper bucket. I did relocate the on-off switch. It is here on this side of the leg, front right corner here. Now you can see the pump suspended down in here. You can see the liquid percolating up through the hole, the pump getting the liquid and delivering it to the nozzle up top here. Well, here it is in running condition. You can see as we walk closer here the lid spring. I took that apart. It just kind of got in the way. It was cumbersome. So I said, let's get rid of that. I did have to do some block off measures of some of the extra holes on the side here. And you see I used that as a mounting tab for the filter base. And yeah, it works good. It's effective. It's pretty tidy. I mean, 5-gallon bucket just sits under. I did put this washer on some swivel casters for just ease of portability if I needed to move it around. So anyway, that's it. That's the whole deal. That's the whole show. Appreciate you tuning in. Thanks for watching. And keep an eye out for more videos down the road as we mess around with more cool stuff. All right, take care. See you next time.